So, Tail's all right. Um, this is day 4, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is episode 4 of the vlog thing, and I kind of forgot, um, cause it's like 8:30 at night right now, and I'm kind of tired. Cause I'm so old. Ugh. But like I've kind of forgot to do this because like I got home and I was like I ate some delicious food. There was this pork tenderloin on sale. We reduced it to $3 instead of 7, so I was like, yeah. I found some bacon in the refrigerator this morning, and it expired today on the 19th. So like it went out today. It was either like freeze or use by today, or it's expired. So I decided to I got some like tenderloin. I got the tenderloin. I butterflied it, which is where you cut it right in half and it opens like a butterfly. Um, and filled it with some mozzarella cheese I have because I make pizzas. Um, because I'm fancy like that. And put some mozzarella cheese in there, folded it over, and then wrapped it in the bacon. And then I set my oven to like 350 at first, cooked it for 10 minutes. I was like, that doesn't seem right. So like I Googled how to cook a pork tenderloin because this is the first time I've ever done that. And it was like 375 for like 30 to 40 minutes. So I put 30 more minutes on, and I did 20 minutes. Didn't look right. Like it looked good, but the bacon didn't look fully cooked. Still looked a bit rubbery, like fake bacon. So I cut off the end piece, and the inside was still a little pink. Like it looked cooked, but it looked like a medium steak. Like it looked like a medium steak. So I threw it in the oven for about 10, 15 more minutes, and it came out looking good. Tastes delicious. I've eaten about half of it. I'm probably going to cut it into more slices and store them so I can have them for lunch um, tomorrow. Uh, it was really good, and I realized today's Friday, TGIF, I guess. But where I work, I don't automatically get Fridays off. Not a lot of people do, because it's the weekend. What do you want to do on the weekend? You want to grill. You want to cook out. You want to eat. You want to have fun because most people work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs or work Monday through Friday jobs, and that's something I don't have the luxury of. I see Monday through Friday jobs as a luxury. I really do. Like, because if you go shop, if you go shopping on the weekends, if you go shopping on the weekday, that's fine. I go shopping on the weekday. I shop every Wednesday because that's when I get paid. So like every Wednesday I go out, boom, go shopping, buy my food for the week, anything I need specifically, and I try and budget myself because I'm a responsible adult. Responsible. Uh, and yeah, so like it was. Yeah, like today's Friday, so I just want to go on a little tangent like that because, like, if you go shopping on the weekends, make sure you know what you want. Make sure you know exactly what you need, um, because people try. People don't want to work on weekends. I don't mind working on weekends. I don't mind working Sundays, because the store I work for they pay you an extra dollar per hour. So I get paid an extra dollar per hour for working on Sunday, so I try and stretch out my Sunday shifts, because I'm greedy. What are you gonna do? But since today's Friday, there's this local bar in town that does karaoke, and my sister was in town last week, and we went there. I met her there. I wasn't allowed to show up because that's weird. Uh, so I hit up a few of my friends, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go to this bar with me?" One of my friends was like, dude, I need to get out of the house. I'm on my way. I was like, sweet. Because his parents started, his older sister brought home this boy that they've been dating for like a month. So she brought him home to have dinner, and the mom and dad started going on this rant about how nice it is being married and successful marriages and blah blah blah, how to accomplish them, how to do them, how to deal with your problems, and my friend's just sitting there. He's just like, Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, mom and dad. Adam just texted me and he wants to hang out, so I'm leaving. Bye. Good luck. Have fun. And then like he left. And it's funny because like I know his family because we go to church together. And it's like I could see that. Like I could full on see exactly how he stated it, exactly how he put it, just exactly. And it just cracks me up a bit because so we went to this party, or we went to the bar, and I ran into um, this old English teacher of mine, and I love her. She's one of the inspirations for writing, story writing. She helped me understand how to make essays, papers. She just made writing in general a whole lot easier and more fun for me to, or like not fun, more bearable, I should say. Um, which got me to writing Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, one-off campaigns for D&D. Got me really into writing fantasy genres. Got me into literary analysis of comics, graphic novels, and movies because I'm a huge nerd. Huge nerd. It's like the one reason why my boss likes me still is because he'll go watch, like, he watched Rogue One yesterday and he was like, dude, Rogue One's so good. I'm like, yeah, I know. I saw it when it came out in December. I went midnight release. Cause I'm that guy. I'm that guy. And so we had talked about it. And he was like, I really liked it. I'm like, yeah, here's some symbolism. And he's like, I don't care for that. um, but yeah, like she and apparently a few other English teachers I had all go to this bar every Friday night. They're like, we're going. And I'm like, but you're teachers. You're supposed to stay at school. You live there. You're a pillar to this society. You're a moral pillar. And they're just like, pretending to be like, I'm wasted. And I'm like, guys, jeez. So I'm probably going to go do that after I edit this video and upload it. So, yeah. um, and, yeah, that's pretty much my whole day so far. It was all right. Got to cut pork, except for the ad, except for our butts. Fun fact: pork butts are not actual pork butts. Pork butts are the butt end of your shoulder, which is this part right back here. This is the butt end of your shoulder. Um, it has the shoulder blade and it slides through and all that fun stuff. It's a lot easier to see when you see a pork butt, like a pork roast, or sorry, pork shoulder butt, because you see the bones and how it fits, and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Um, but yeah, I got to cut all the pork today. It was, my boss was really complimenting today. Like I'm not real confident when it comes to cutting on the saw. I've been a meat cutter for about, oh shit, back in October, I guess, was when I started. Like actually going over there and traying up and using a knife and stuff like that. Um, but like recently, or yeah, like a few weeks ago, I've been cutting on the saw, and it's a new experience. I can tell you that right now. If you think you can be a meat cutter, you got to prepare yourself to try new things a lot. And you know, you, it was just weird though because my boss was like, "Oh no, you were doing really good." He's like, "You weren't doing great, but you weren't doing bad." I'm like, "Dude, I know. Like, if I'm doing bad, you're welcome to criticize me. I'm for that. I'm open to criticisms." Because my assistant actually thought he was being a jerk to me because he called me to the office and he was like, "Look, Adam, I'm sorry about today." I'm like, "What for?" He's like, "I really got on your ass, and I really chewed you out over something that it's an easy mistake. I'm sorry. I thought you knew." I'm like, "No, dude, it's cool. I didn't know. Thank you for telling me." And he's like, "Look, you don't need to be nice about it." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Like, I'm not trying to be nice. It's my job. This is how I earn money, is by doing this job. And if I can't do it right, that's fine. Correct me or teach me. Because, Like right now, I'm at the part where I know what the cuts are. I know how to cut it. I just don't know how thick because everything changes. It's wide, like it's nuts. Like when I was cutting bone and loin, which is where you get your pork chops, rib chops, sirloin chops, assorted chops. Uh, yeah, that's it. Those are the four chops that you get from assorteds and sirloins, and I guess rib chops are all going to be somewhere between uh, 3/4 or half and 3/4. I lean more towards the 3/4 side when I'm doing sirloins and family pack assorted, but when I'm doing like assorted and ribs and sirloins on the 7 side, which is like the small little scales like this thin, like this tall, it's ridiculous. Um, I make them a bit thinner because we have to weigh them a certain amount, and it's easier to do it that way. And then you go to breakfast chops, which are these like thin chops about this thick. I don't see why people want them. I can see where you could fry them up real quick, and it's like a ham steak, which I understand that. I've been there, done that. Those have to be in a half inch, and today I did a whole loin, which is about like that much of a loin, about that far. A 1/4 inch, which is too thin. Like if you fry it, it's gonna turn into bacon and like crinkle or like shrink a bit. Um, and I was like, oh shit, oops. I fixed that and I told my boss, he's like, that's fine. How many did you do? I was like, half the loin before I realized. He's like, all right, that's fair. It's like, that's all right. You didn't know, or I just plumb forgot. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my whole day so far. Um, I need to remember to do these more. Uh, you know, and sometimes these things will be the same every day, pretty much, because I live a pretty boring life outside of work, and I don't have a lot of personal stuff. Maybe in future videos, if I get better equipment, if I keep doing this after the 30-day mark, I'll probably, if I still want to do this, I'll probably improve something about these because I have this hobby called Warhammer 40K, and we make these miniatures and miniatures, I should say. And I got a few that need to be painted and built and stuff like that. And I'll probably do a vlog of me just sitting there talking about the game. And a few games I've played, some people. I might invite friends over, and we'll do something like that. Um, but right now, this is just like a down low project. I'm just whatever. But that's my whole day. Um, I don't have any really words of wisdom today. Oh, I know one. This is kind of a tangent on this one. This girl, the one that I not replaced. I got called in because she called in sick, so I got called up, and I'm greedy. Uh, Turns out she had a mental day because she couldn't deal, so she called in. Uh, 'Cause, she's 23. She's a mother of a 2-year-old. Is about to turn 3. Because she won't shut up about it. Um, but like today, she asked our boss, who's 50, turned 50 a few weeks ago. I give him crap for that. That's always fun. She was like, "Does life get any easier?" And he was like, "That's kind of a hard question." And I didn't say anything because my vision of life. That's a whole nother episode because I'm like 14 minutes into this thing. Or not 14. I'm recorded 14 minutes so far. It's probably going to be like 13, 15 or something like that. Um, is like, he was like, well, sometimes life kicks, but you got to kick back. It might not get easier, but it's gratifying. It's like, especially since you're a parent and you wonder, why am I still alive, or what does life have for me? It's like, and you see your son and you're like, that's why. I can respect that. He has 2 kids. He's lived, for 50 years. He's done things. His kids are growing up. His youngest is 16, I think. Yeah, he's a sophomore. Big idiot. Trust me. We were all idiots when we were 16. If you're watching this for some reason down the road or tonight or whenever, and you're 16, you're like, no, 16-year-olds aren't dumb. As someone who looks back on his 16-year-old life, that's 6 years ago. Like, that's recent. I was stupid. I can attest to that. Like, I'm dumb. I'll go ask my teacher tonight. But like, remember when I was 16? I was an idiot, wasn't I? And she was like, yeah, probably. Uh, and but so my question for the night, I guess, is what makes life living for you? Like, what makes life worth it? For me, it's I'm not done. You know, and I'm not going down yet. You know, if something happens, then I'm like, I don't know. But the reason, what gets me out of bed, I guess, is uh, like I just gotta make the day my bitch. You know, sorry for coarse language, but I saw this Reddit post where it was like, what makes you know what gets you up out of bed? And this one dude's like, yo, what I do is he has his ex-wife, and she ruined his life completely. So he can't really go anywhere without people be like, oh, look, it's that dude that got divorced. Let's all laugh at him, ha ha ha. So he's like, you know what? Screw it. So he changed himself completely. He just like balls out, BA, total badass and shit. And he's like, I make every day my bitch. I get up in the morning, I shower, brush my teeth, get ready for the day, and he talks to girls. He talks to three of them. No, yeah, talks to three. If he makes all three of them laugh, he's like, I won. Like, I made it. Um, and I guess it's just kind of like you gotta go out there and kick ass. Like you gotta go out there and live not literally live every day like it's your last, but have enough confidence in yourself to go out there and be like, what's up? I'm here. Um, uh, so yeah, I mean, just what makes life worth living for you is what I want to impose. Something to think about. If you start having an existential crisis, call a friend and be like, "Yo, this dude is like blowing my mind." Um, so yeah, I mean, that's just it. So I gotta go. I gotta get ready because it's like almost 9 o'clock, and I mean, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening today. Um, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye. That was weird.